So we've been engaged with tons of these industrials around the globe. And I can tell you that not everybody starts with that in mind. There is no end in mind. People sometimes when they go in for looking for going with that hammer approach, trying to solve a problem with that doesn't work. And sometimes they come out with those because they have actually done so many POCs. They would go out, they would say, I want to do an AI initiative without an end goal in mind is how do they want to apply AI? And because I come from that background, so I can tell you that tons of those companies have actually failed in those initiatives when they don't go with, they're taking AI and they're going around and finding a problem to solve with AI or any technology, they would take it that way without an end in mind. The other is a commitment. They're always in a firefighting mode. If you go into industrial site, everybody's in a firefighting mode. So if you can't prioritize it, that's really where it also fails, is because this is one of the other things that got added. So thing we will talk about sometime later today is how do we actually create an organization for success? But that really is the right way to go about it, is you have to have alignment and you have to have collaboration between from the top to the people that are going to be actually implementing and using anything in a day-to-day basis from an IoT or digitization or digital transformation perspective. Those are the two that we have usually seen with no end in mind, no commitment to it. And the third is actually then not being able to measure what you're doing. If you can't measure, then you can't go back and show the ROI attached to it. We saw that some numbers that we were looking at in terms of cost savings. I can tell you in lots of complex operations when we go in, people can't even isolate the benefit of it. So that's very important, is whatever you're doing, you have to have the ability to measure it. Otherwise, this doesn't go anywhere. And that's where we have seen in those three areas is where we have not seen so much success with the digital transformation projects.